New concerns tonight that the promise of heavy rain like this from the weather phenomenon known as El Nino may not come after all. Scientists predicted last December that another El Nino would develop.
New at 5, 10 News meteorologist Craig Herrera explains why it may not be the answer to our painful drought.
Well, San Diego is known for its gorgeous beaches and, of course, beautiful weather. But there is a concern. El Nino is not predicted to be as strong next year. And, of course, that means less rain for San Diego. Take a look at these pictures 10 News weather watcher Audrey Wilmot took showing a dry Lake Morena. These pictures by Pat Harmer-Holtwick show water flowing out of the lake in April 2011 compared to a dry lake last week.
We went into this year already in the hole.
Scripps Institution of Oceanography hydrologist Mike Dettinger says heavy rains from an El Nino like this are unlikely next winter.
It's looking like, although we will have an El Nino next year, it's probably not going to be a very large one.
Which is exactly what we would need to help us with this drought.
That's when we do get our wettest years. Historically have been our strongest El Ninos.
The latest drought map from the USGS shows about half of the lower 48 in some form of drought, and nearly half of California is dark red, meaning the worst case and considered exceptional drought. The bright red means extreme drought, and that's half of our county. During the summer months, we get the monsoon over the desert southwest, as you can see on 10 News Pinpoint Doppler Live. While that gives a lot of rain to the states east of us, including the Colorado River, that doesn't do much for our water supply.
You don't get much bang for the buck. Every inch of rain that falls, you get a small bit out as runoff and groundwater recharge.
As for the reason for our drought,
at present, there's lots of possibilities. We don't know. We can't say it's climate change. We can't really say it's some sort of paleo climate, mega drought.
Dettinger says historically we only get 2 to 3 large El Ninos in a century, and adds we have had these types of droughts in the past.
In 1977, there was a drought that was at least this dry, and in 1923 or early 20s sometime there was another period of drought.
Dettinger says we will probably have a small to at best medium-sized El Nino. In La Jolla, Craig Herrera, 10 News.
And the drought is expected to go into a 4th straight year in 2015, regardless of the El Nino situation. The next forecast report from NOAA comes out next month.